Today we're going to be playing the Belgian Congo, and I'm going to be cheating today. I'm going to be cheating because I want to bring the Belgian Congo up to its fullest potential. Um, and to do that, you need Belgium on your side doing focuses. Now, obviously, that's hard to do when you have a friend playing Belgium and all they're doing is focuses for you, developing you, when, well, you are their puppet, right? So that's going to be, yeah, we're not going to be doing that. We're going to be using cheats to act as if they are a real player. And that's not the only thing that we're going to be doing, because that is not the only thing that's going to be fun for me. I want to make an entertaining video. I also want to have fun while I'm doing it, and as I discussed in the last video, I have fun maxing out the resources of every nation that I can play, make, form, whatever. And, Portugal has a shit ton of resources in Angola that it needs to spend focuses in order to do. All of these. There's also some in MZB, Mozambique. Yes, Mozambique. Lots of aluminum in Mozambique, and I believe we get these two provinces. I believe. We may only be getting this one, but I believe it's these two. Either way, that's the resources are what we're going to be doing as well. France, however, has a bunch of land that we want as well. All of this area, all the way up to here, avoiding Guyana and this line. So, what we're going to do with that is we're going to say, okay, well, puppets. Are we going to make France any stronger using puppets? No, not really. Because that's the only thing that we're going to be... That's the only thing that would, like, make up for it, right? Make up for the weakness of... Because the other option is liberating them. Now, I don't want to interrupt the balance of the game too much here. And what I said earlier was completely incorrect. I've done several test games, let's call them. And, puppeting them does impact the balance of the game significantly. Because they all stay in the Allies as a French puppet, a free French puppet, in Tahiti. Calador. I thought this was Tahiti. Where's Tahiti? Is this Tahiti? Mindo. Is this Tahiti? Yes, this is Tahiti. Okay. Not Tahiti. Alright. So that disrupts the balance of the war in Africa because they create a shit ton of divisions that France is meant to lose in on the mainland in the war with the Axis, Germany. All of this land is meant to go to Vichy. Uh, so it makes it harder, but not specifically for me. It makes it harder for the Allies, and the time frame at which they start to cap, and the time frame at which they begin to lose down here escalates tremendously because you get like 50 divisions here that can just go straight to Ethiopia. Like it's insane. So I think that we're going to be liberating these territories, and it's not like they're going to be losing a whole bunch of resources. No, 5 rubber, like that's not it. And they're also going to be, let's see, let's tag over to them. France. Excuse me. How much equipment are they using to? Yeah. Let's free them. And now they need to use way less guns. Now, that would also change if they did local autonomy here. The required garrisons are minus 40%, and that, if we on pause here, yeah, that decreases significantly. But the AI is gonna be doing that. We can switch it over for them at the beginning of the game here, but that's unlikely to happen. And that will make France much easier to cap, and hopefully um, make the, did I say much easier to cap? Much harder to cap by Germany. And hopefully balance it out against the very undeveloped Belgium that we will be creating here. Portugal doesn't fucking matter. So we're going to be enslaving Belgium. We're going to make France a little bit stronger without interrupting much of the balance, while also making it a bit harder for me to go over into these areas because they will indeed be developing their own divisions. It's also going to make me more powerful in the end because I will be coring all of these lands, and the factories that these guys make will boost me because I'll be coring it. I won't be getting just simple occupied territory, which will be great because that's extra risk versus reward. It also means that I won't have a massive border with the Allies, and I will be able to push into here, create a defensive line along this railroad in these mountains and such, and I'll be able to hold that while building up my divisions. Hold that and this while building up my divisions so that I can hold both of these things much better and be able to invade all these nations over to my north. Let me create those once again. Okay, here we go. Tag cog. So what does this do again? Well, so Vichy France is going to be created. We don't want Vichy France to join the Allies because that's going to shift the balance. Vichy France joins the Allies and I declare on Vichy France, that's suddenly going to get all the Allies in, and I'm not going to get the chance to do a whole lot here. So it makes it both easier and harder because now I can declare war on all these nations, basically individually, cap them. They'll join the Allies because I'll be in the Axis. But Vichy France is not going to join the Allies because I'm not declaring war on Vichy France, which won't upset the balance in Northern Europe. And I can do this a little bit both easier and harder by, you know what, I won't do it one at a time. I'll do it all at once. That way I don't fuck up that way it'll be a bit harder for me because I'm not taking all these nations on one by one, and instead I am taking them on all at once. They'll move, they should join the Allies and move all their divisions to the front line, and the Allies will also be responding, and it's not just going to be the Allies' immediate response. Okay, everyone in and bully the Belgian Congo without, I can declare war whenever I want. I won't have an immediate front line with the Allies because they're not puppets. I won't be declaring war on a nation that I cannot capitulate, Vichy France, because all their victory points are up here. I will be declaring war on nations that will join the Allies and will have divisions by the time I declare war on them. But I can also declare war on them whenever the hell I want. And I don't have to, because I can only output by the time I join the war, I can only output about 36 divisions and maybe 4 shock troops before I join the war, and I have to do a whole bunch of maneuvering. I don't know how my industrial situation will play out at that point in time. Because I haven't gotten that far in my testing, and I hope that this will be the run, and I hope that I will be able to get to my Civil War and save it there so that I don't have to do a whole shit ton of bullshittery. Now, we're also going to be doing something with the UK. They're not going to be losing a whole bunch of resources here. That will, these 3 tile states we can release into 2 different nations, so we'll be freeing them. But this one we're going to puppet because that's going to be a direct front line with us, and we want to be able to push down to this river line and grab this supply hub. This is a supply hub. See, we want to be able to do that. Uh, we want to be able to do that, and we don't want a free nation disturbing the balance in this area. We want a puppet nation that we can use to gain building slots, of course, but we don't want a nation that's just going to be a roadblock for both the British defense and my defense of the area. Um, so that's what we're going to be doing. That's the way that we're going to be making this both easier and harder for us. Um, yeah, I don't think that this disturbs the balance too much, and I think that it makes it just that little bit harder with that little bit more reward to certainly make me happy. Um, it may be cheating too much for many others, but who cares? I'm having fun. Or I will be having fun, hopefully. Ideally. Anyway, we're going to finally set up our nation. And actually, before we do that, we're going to tag over to Portugal. Whoops. And we're going to select their focus. And that focus is going to be this one. Actually, what's going to benefit them more? Infrastructure is going to benefit them more. I'm a nice guy. I'm a nice guy. I don't want them to be completely, oh, whoops. Wrong tag. Cog. I don't want them to be completely left in the shitter because of my, actions here. As for our construction here, we're going to be constructing in here, here, and here. And then we're going to do infrastructure. We're actually not going to do infrastructure. We're going to do... Yeah, we're not going to do infrastructure in any of those regions because those have the potential to get infrastructure via focus. Now, I have had a problem before where this focus does not work. We will be getting to infrastructure, apparently, this time in Stanleyville. So that'll be cool. Over here, we will also get a decision that gives us infrastructure here, here, and here. Now, there's another focus here that gives us infrastructure in Rwanda and Burundi. I don't know what the hell happens. I don't know why it happens. But sometimes those decisions, those focuses, don't give me the infrastructure. Like my last game, the last time that I tried this, I should have kept the save, but I deleted it. This focus gave me infrastructure here and here. I was stuck on one infrastructure in each of those tiles, even after I did the focus. Now, perhaps, just maybe, it is because I was not the one who did the focus. Maybe it was because Belgium did the focus. Maybe there is a glitch that happens when Belgium does the focus that enables the game to just say, you know what, screw you, Congo. Maybe. Even if that is the case, I should still get the infrastructure. Because it says nothing about that. Let's tag over to Belgium. Tag Bell. There we go. It says originator, right? Is this... No. It says the same thing for both me and Belgium. So it should not be doing that. Now, Belgium over here, we're going to be doing two things. We're going to be doing government resigns, and we're going to be doing investigate the bribery charges. Requires government resigns. Alright, cool. This will, one, counteract this focus. So we'll be on a nice schedule. But it will also, two, prevent Belgium from going Rexist, which is the fascist Belgium. The fascist Belgium is not a Belgium that we want to deal with because, as the Congo, we want to be able to do these focuses. We won't be able to do this one because Pierre won't be in charge. However, we will bypass it, and we do want this focus and this focus. This focus would also be nice, but, you know, we don't have to have it. And I guess planes would kind of be nice, but we don't have everything here. This, I definitely debate on getting this. We don't need this focus because that focus, the only use is for getting rid of this guy. And we don't need this focus because I mean, it's 35 days and what do we get out of it, right? Consumer goods factories factor, daily autonomy, progress gain. We don't need the autonomy. Does some things to the United Kingdom. That's basically, look. Well, first, let's save. Or finish setting up our nation here. And, before I do anything, let's go to civilian oversight. Remember to do that so that I don't have to use too much equipment. Get rid of that. And then we are doing construction. Now we're doing construction because there is a focus over here that gives us a factory in Luxembourg through that decision that you see there, this decision, and that decision requires excavation 2. So we're going to be doing this, and then I want railway guns to help support me on both of my two fronts here. So we're going to be doing that. And, oh, another thing that this, hold on. We're going to tag to England. We're going to switch them to local autonomy. But we're also going to find nations that we can release. We don't want Bahrain. That doesn't affect us, and we don't want to disturb the balance too much. Yemen, Chinese, return territory, release nation. Release nation as puppet, yes. Northern Ireland. Republic of Afari. Boom. Singapore, Squatter Caliphate, and release There we go. Tag cog. All of that makes it makes the allies a bit stronger. Also, it's worth noting that all these provinces have one building slot underneath the this one doesn't even look like it has. Oh, that one doesn't have one. All right. They have one or two, depending, but they don't have any factories in them. So the UK, France, they're not losing any factories. The areas are in fact gaining factories because of their focus trees. And the last thing that we're going to do is we're going to develop a railway network. Alright, this is our railway network. We're going to be building the railways first. And we've got supply hubs that we want to construct in these places. But we don't want to construct them just yet. We've also got mills. Now, why do we have them in these areas and not these? Well, excuse me. Civil War is going to start. And we do not want... Let's get rid of these, actually. We'll place them down later. So that we get notified when these finish. But we want to be notified when those finish, because these guys need a train. That's important. We want the XP to get to this. But we don't want this side of our Civil War getting factories if we can help it. If we can help it. We will build in these tiles. In fact, we'll have to build in Leopoldville here. Simply because Leopoldville will get a construction bonus through this this focus right here. And we want to take advantage of that as soon as possible, as much as possible. So we'll do that. But these two provinces, we're not going to build in them unless we absolutely have to, and we have no building slots left in any of these other tiles. I say tiles, states. I keep switching in between the two. Now let's save this start save. I believe we got everything. Start. Start. Done. Alright. Alright. Now, it's important to note that if you want to do this by yourself without any cheats, like if you're doing Iron Man mode, first of all, I wouldn't recommend it. I hate Iron Man mode. Second of all, you have a time frame. Belgium goes to war with Germany 21.5 focuses in. If you can get to your Civil War 21.5 focuses in, then you'll be golden. So what is the focus path that I would recommend? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. I would not recommend doing this one. It's... You win the Civil War anyway. It's just a waste of 70 days. And I would recommend getting as many resources as you flippin' can. Belgium is not going to be of any help to you. This would be a great. Uh, this would be great to have. Belgium doesn't give a shit. Uh, these would be great to have. Belgium doesn't give a shit. These would be great to have. Belgium doesn't give a shit. They won't start doing focuses for you, and I've had test games where I tried to do a different strategy. I tried to go free using this focus, and then do this focus afterwards, but that doesn't work because by the time it's all over, Germany goes gets D-Dayed and they start losing. So don't do that. And I did this because I wanted to get all of these focuses done. For context there. Uh, Belgium at most helped me with like 5 focuses. And that's just the focuses that they did. They didn't, like, most of them were shit like this that didn't actually help me. So keep that in mind. Belgium is not going to help you. Once you do go free, you're going to want to do these focuses, and that's something that, or actually, we can do that. You can do that when you're using this focus before you ever go free. There's lots of autonomy bonuses here that you can snag. But yeah, that's the focus path. The focus path that we're going to be doing, we're going to be doing this when we get 10 political power. We're going to be going over to the Japanese and improving relations. We're doing it with the Japanese because they are the only non-aligned major nation, and the decision that we get from this focus requires us to have 51 relations with a major nation. Now, we could do that with any major nation, but Japan is plus 20 that we already have. Because every other, not China, every other major nation has a minus 10. And we get a plus 10, which means that that's a 20 bonus over everyone else, which means that we don't have to improve relations for nearly as long. It's about 20 days, I think, because you get one relations every like 1 or so days. So it's 20 days that you don't have to increase relations with them, which is a bonus. And it's worth noting that will last for 2 years. You get that decision, you get this decision back every year. And that's at the completion of the 70 days that it takes you to do the decision. So it goes back about 3 or so months. A little bit less than that. Every time you choose it again. So that's definitely worth noting. This lasts for 2 years. After that 2 years, you're not going to get your money's worth with Japan again, so don't improve relations with them. Improve relations with China. That will last for 2 years. And it'll be amazingly beneficial because you won't have Japan flipping fascist 3 years in. And you won't get your money's worth out of it. That's why you won't get your money's worth out of it, because they flip fascist and that does things that gives them that negative buff. Once you become fascist with Mittelafrica, did I mention we're doing Mittelafrica? I kind of figured that y'all figured it out already. By the time we flip fascist, we'll be able to increase relations with whatever fascist nation we want. We've talked about this research. We've talked about railway guns. We want as much research speed as possible because our research speed is absolute dog shit. Your first 100 political power, spend it on improved working conditions. You'll suffer in terms of industry, but that'll be fine because you want the stability, you want the extra political power that you'll get from the stability. It's the same with the 20 army experience that we'll be getting and putting into political loyalty. Same deal. Yeah, I believe that's everything. I have decided that we will be commandeering these guys as focus trees until they get all their industry. And that's going to be an extra pain on me as I go through this because I'm going to have to keep track of it all. We'll also be doing the same thing with Angola and Mozambique once we get Portugal to release them via this focus. We'll only do that after we do these focuses. Oh, one last thing. Tag Belgium. We're not going to leave Belgium completely up the creek without a paddle. We're not. We're just not. So we're going to set up some things for them to build. Because the construction queue is not something that the AI fucks with a whole lot. And we're going to mechanical engineering. Excuse me. We're also going to do this and this. They're not really going to have a fucking industry. They're not really going to have anything else. We're just going to give them some basic things, like especially this. Like, what the hell is this? So, what's the best division here? That seems to be the best division. Do they have any? No. Alright. Boom. They don't need any of those other useless divisions. They really do not need those. And then we're going to queue up a whole bunch more so that if they get the equipment, they can use it. And hopefully that will allow them to last for a bit longer. Yeah, okay. I mean, a better industry would help them, but the only way that they get a better industry in time is by doing other things, doing their focus tree instead of ours. So we're not going to be doing too much with that, but we'll come back to them eventually. and see how they're doing. Save game, start, done. Okay, go. Now, is there anything else I am missing? I'm sure I'll remember it halfway through the dang video, and then I'll have to come back. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's it. Hopefully. Dear Lord. Alright, so we have gone down these two. We're doing this one next because we need the mills ASAP. Belgium is going down, investigate the bribery charges. Then we'll do this, this, and this. Oh, excuse me. So that will be investigate the bribery charges. Will have been half completed with this. We'll move on to this. Halfway complete with that one. Will be completed with that one. Then we move over here. And completing that one will complete the one over here. Completing this one will coincide with completing this one, and then we can do these two at the same time. Alright, we've completed construction 1. Now, we got 0.34, 34% of a year to go before we can do this one. Now, the best way that we can do this, I think, is by going for armored trains. This puts these on equal footing, which I like because OCD. And then we'll be able to use this slot for the railway gun, and then the armored train slot for the construction 2 once we finish with that. With the Heart of Africa done, we have access to this part of the focus tree, but we will let the Belgians do that. What we really want, I can get the French Congo. Okay then. Don't really want to do anything with that right now. What we want right now, though, is... Let's see. We have time, so... We'll go for political power. Yeah, political power here. Or rather, political power gain. And you know what? Let's do this now. We'll get 50 political power. We'll go over to this one. We will gain 3 Simba movement divisions, and they will be able to coup the government and take national leadership if the popularity of communism becomes high enough. That sounds scary. We'll do this one, even though we only gain 2. Yeesh. Consumer goods, recoverable population. Ooh. Yeah, we want to get rid of that ASAP. Jesus. If they accept... Okay. So we'll go down these 3 so we can get rid of that consumer goods while it's fresh, while we don't have much industry. And then we'll go over here to do these two, and these two should cancel each other out and make a 70-day focus so that we can then continue on our way. And now that I think of it, we should probably do this one first, so that when we go over here and get this one, we can immediately do this one. As for Congo, we're going to prevent them from doing that one, and we're going to go down to this immediately. Let's see. We do this one, then... Okay, so yeah, that will coincide nicely. Alright, so with our 20, we make sure to get political loyalty. And then with this 100, we are going to use it to get army organization. This guy won't do anything for us stats-wise. In fact, he'll be fired, I guess, once the Civil War starts. He'll go to the other side. But what that means is we'll be able to use this guy to gain army experience, which will be great for us. Excuse me. Now there is a debate in my mind here that says go for a military theorist, but that's going to take 100 political power, which we could most definitely use after the Civil War starts, because this guy will get fired and we will be left with this guy, but we gotta hire this guy. We gotta hire him twice. Once in here and once in here. Now, that is going to be interesting. Specifically the theorists. We can get the 100 political power fairly easy. But the 100 political power here that we spend here, we'll need that later for the immediate hire of him here. The 200 that we spend here, we got a choice when it comes to doctrine. Either we go superior firepower, which this guy supports. He'll give us a bunch of extra mastery gain, like 15% extra mastery gain. Or we go Grand Battle Plan. And Grand Battle Plan is the one that personally I want, because we get Tip of the Spear. Now, why do I want Tip of the Spear? Because we get extra Special Forces cap. We get this guy when we go free. That's +6 to our Special Forces cap. We got 24. The divisions that we're going to be making will be 30 width forest divisions, which will help very much down here. And these are, well, half of these are plain, a third of these are plains, a third of these are mountains, and a third is forest. So it'll help in this area. But more so, it'll help all along the coast here. Which is, it's the important thing, right? So, we do it all along the coast, and... we do it all along the coast, and we're good. We'll be great. Nice, dandy, fine. However you want to say it. And as I'm talking about it, I'm thinking of strategies to get rid of the mess that I've created here. It's going to be a very nice and sweet revenge. Um, even though I'm revenging against myself, because these these nations are really doing it in for me. They. I mean, look at all of these tags. Every time I complete a focus, I have to wait one day and then do them all. And there's 17 other nations that I need to do it for. But, that will be... That's the choice. That's the choice. Now, I don't know. I really don't know if oh, if Grand Battle Plan or Superior Firepower will be better, because I want more, and I think that that's the better option. But Superior Firepower gives us a lot more stats. We'll be able to complete these things a lot faster with Overstatten. I think that's his name. And it'll just be better for the doctrines overall. And we can always do a bunch more in terms of everything else. What do I mean by that? I mean, we can get a lot more divisions, and then we'll be set. You know, like, we can get as many divisions as we want, and that will allow us all the special forces we want. So, I don't know. I don't know. Or another option is to either do Rangers or Mountaineers. Doesn't really matter, at least not to me, but let's see, where is it? Special Forces Cap Contribution. Special Forces Cap Contribution. So, we could do one of these, I guess. It'll be interesting. It'll be interesting. Special Forces Cap Contribution. Huh. Special Forces Capacity. And then this is Cap Contribution. And this is once again Capacity. Okay. Okay. We'll see, we'll see. I like this one. I haven't heard this one, like, ever. Why? It's like a little bit jazzy. I like it. Alright, and now we get Smuggled Diamonds. That is going to give us a political power boost down in this section, the economic policy. And now we go through it all again. Belgium. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, sorry, not 1920. 3 Belgium. Here we go. Hello? Lag Central? Okay. Okay, why so much lag? What is going on? Rwanda, Urundi, that's gonna give us civs. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17. Portugal. Get rid of that. And we go for that. And the rest. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 17. Ivory Coast is literally just going down this section of the focus tree, and we'll also have some other things here that we can get them that will improve a bunch of other things. That's what I'm doing for 17 nations here. This is painful. And with our next 150 political power, we'll go partial mode. Alright, so pay no attention to that. I already solved all that. All of these guys are like either on this or this. I think Mali is on this right now. So they'll be getting done with that soon. Portugal has gotten all of this stuff done. They're on this one, limited self-rule. And once that is done, I will be telling them to kick the curb. They can do whatever the hell they want. We are doing invest in the urban centers. This will allow us to do Elizabethville and Leopoldville a lot faster with the construction speed. Hopefully, ideally. And let's switch to limited. But I am now debating whether or not I should go for military theorist now, because I could go for grand battle plan, yes. And then I could design my division. Yes. I've got the division out already. And then I could go to my special forces and use this dude to flush out all of my special forces. All this tree. And that would be 55 plus 55, that's 110 plus 55 plus 55, another 110, so 220, and then 330. I can do 330. I think I could do 330. Let's see, this was 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, 90, that's 180, plus another 180, 360. So yeah, I could do that. The problem is going to be switching back over to superior firepower at that point, I think. We'll see, but military theorist is he'll go. He'll go. So, and we'll need the political power later. We'll need the political power later. We'll certainly need the political power later. So, I don't know where we're going to go at this point. We can go to extensive conscription by saving up pre-Civil War. But after that, we're going to need a shit ton of political power, and I don't know how or where we're going to get it. So, yeah, I wish I didn't have to do these two focuses just to ensure that Belgium doesn't go fascist. King will step in to deal with the collapsing government. I don't know. And it frustrates me. It frustrates me. Well, yeah. Let's continue. All right. So we've gotten these two focuses done. We got this one done. Then we're over here to do this. The Belgians have done these two, and they're on this one. We're going to be trying to switch over to that general in our military staff section ASAP because he'll give us more army experience. That's the key here. More army experience. Then we might just have to tell extensive conscription to screw off during the Civil War here. I don't know. We're gonna have to see. But all of these nations are basically done. They've got a whole bunch of airfields. You can't see that. Oh, you can see one. They got a whole bunch of... You can see two. They got a whole bunch of airfields. All at level 4. No, they got 4 levels, which means they got 800 aircraft each. Including the one down here, which we can't see. We now have Angola and Mozambique, and we are working on their focus trees as well. Aside from that, I believe that's where we're at. Oh, we developed this. We got Grand Battle Plan as Land Doctrine. We developed the division, and then this is what it will look like if I can select the right artillery here. This is what it will look like. It'll be a 30 width, 4 speed, engineer, support artillery, and eventually the rest of the works. So that's gonna be that. We're going to have to switch over once we get the military experience, but that's why we're saving up political power right now. Oh, I forgot to mention, we started improving relations with China. It's 1938, we should be getting this decision back at some point, but we got improved worker conditions. Let's grab that. And And there's the decision. Poof goes all of our political power. We now have access to Van Overstatten. But we can't hire him. Not just yet. We're increasing our stability and we did this. So that's happening. We will do it as soon as possible. Oh, also, we're going to be doing this focus, then this focus, then Belgium is going to be working on this one and this one. By that point in time, we'll be working on this one, and then they can go over and work on this one while we work on this one, and we can work on this one while they work on this one. Or this one. Yeah, this one. I believe that's the way this is going to work. Let's see. Okay, so assuming I do these two, I will have one focus. These two and this one, I will have one focus to do. Okay, so we're gonna have to figure this out. Alright, and now we can get Overstatten. There we go. Alright, that's gonna give us a bunch more army experience. Alright, so we're going to solve this issue by going over to secure German aid. This will give this focus time to complete, and then we'll switch over to this one. We'll be able to do this one, and it switches the order of operations here. So we'll be completing focuses first, and then they'll be completing focuses second. No, the other way around. They'll be completing focuses first, and we'll be completing focuses second, instead of us waiting 14 days for them to get their focus done before we can choose whatever focuses we want. And we want this one. I'm going to test to see if the reason why we weren't getting the infrastructure was because Belgium was doing it instead of us. That's gonna be our little test there. Now, wait a day, and let's see what the other nations are up to. Belgium, we know what they're up to, but we'll attack them anyway, just to keep the order here. Angola, they're up to civilian industry, which, yes, we do want. And Mozambique, yes, we want that. Alright. The next thing we're going to do with our political power is select the governor of Rwanda, Urundi. And he is going to give us a couple of really good things here. This will be on for a year, and this one will just give us a great national spirit and a civilian factory. We can get rid of these. This guy, you don't need to. Sorry. Either of these guys, you don't need to fire them or do anything like that. They will disappear themselves. Now, we're going to take these rangers and these mountaineers. We are going to set them aside, put them in here. Army 1, our green army. And we're going to give them Raoul van Overstatten. We're going to give them offensive doctrine and charismatic. And we're going to assign him to that army there. Next, we're going to do this real quick. we're going to start training a bunch of divisions. Those guys will go into production. Production training. Then we're going to go over here, select superior firepower. We're also going to go over here, overwhelming fire. Artillery unit design cost minus 100%. That's great. That's exactly what we want. We're going to go to our rangers. We're going to attach our artillery. And we're going to attach all of our artillery. Boom. And we're going to let that artillery filter in. We need 66 and we'll need even more for the Mountaineers. And we're almost done with the Mountaineers, so hooray! The next step is to save up for both of these things and do them. Alright, we've done develop infrastructure. Perfect. Now, are we going to be able to do the things that we wish to do? 49 days, 70 days, 70 days. I don't know. 70 days. 104 days. Am I missing something here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. I have like one more focus that I could do. I don't even think I have access to any of the focuses. Okay, so I've done something wrong here. Or I can just do a little sneaky here. Let's see. I can do 35. So 1 for 140, 140, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1475. 140, and that's days left. Oh. Oh. Okay. So I've done something wrong here. Did I get the infrastructure? I did not! Okay. So that focus is just fucking glitched then. Alright, that's great. I don't have to worry about that and I can go back. I can go back a couple of saves. June. Let's load June. See where we were at there. July. Or rather, May. Let's see what happens. Well, where we were at in May. We can do that instead. And Let's see, am I counting this wrong? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Whoa. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. I've got 2 focuses that I can do? Where am I going to do them? If I do this one, I got 2 focuses that I can do. Belgium doesn't. So Belgium finishes this one. I finish this one. Belgium goes over here. And then I finish this one. But I'm stuck. Okay, I think I know the solution here. Let's get rid of that one. And this is May 11th, so let's get rid of that one. What happens here? Belgium is doing this one. Okay. So let's get rid of this one. Go back here. Belgium is doing this one. We have Belgium do this one. Then switch over to this one. We can do this one. And then they switch over to this one and are immediately able to do this one while we do this one and then this one and they do this one. And then we're able to go over here and everyone's happy. Okay. 4 days. Let's do this instead. Just to get on the correct lineup here. And alright. Let's go. Okay, so we don't get the infrastructure and we don't even get the building slots. It's Stanleyville. This is Stanleyville. We were supposed to get 1, 2, 3, and 4. We didn't get anything. So I think commandeer civilian trains. No. Why can I not? Is it because I don't have improved machine tools? Like, what's going on here? Whoa! Okay. So we got 4 in Leopoldville? 4 building slots, and we got... The hell? So it says Stanleyville, but we get infrastructure in Leopoldville. What sense does this make? let's go back and double check this. Two infrastructure. Okay. Okay. What? Flipping weird. Why? Alright, so this is an important thing to note. When you switch over from Grand Battle Plan to Superior Firepower, if you're going for my same build for me, maybe you don't, maybe you've gone for the, maybe you've done something different than me. I mean, there's a completely different non-cheaty path that is completely different from this, so maybe you don't do the exact same things that I do, but train your preferred ratio of each of these before you do anything. Ooh. That's interesting. Training these guys immediately makes it go down. Alright. So, before you switch over from Grand Battle Plan to Superior Firepower, and then Tip of the Spear to Overwhelming Firepower, get these guys trained up, get them in the field beforehand so that you have them when you need them. Just when you need them. Because otherwise Tip of the Spear will disappear, you'll lose your Special Forces cap, and then you'll only be able to deploy like two Rangers or something like that. So be very careful with this. Okay. The last focus we're gonna make Belgium do. Humanitarian aid. We're gonna make Belgium do this one and this one instead of doing this one. Now this one, I'm debating whether or not doing both of these and not just doing this one is a good idea. Because I could skip this one, and then do this one, and then over in the Congo, I can go, I don't have to go down here to get the river movement. All I have to do then is go down here and get my branch specialization. Which is not quick, as you can see. It is not quick. So I don't know what's going to go on here. Let's get these out. Put them at the bottom. We don't need a whole lot of them. We'll just have them be produced at shitty speeds. We do need infrastructure. So this is gonna be interesting. I don't want to put anything in the zones that are immediately going to become my enemy and disappear. So that's why I am doing this. The Belgians approve our food production scheme. Perfect. And we now have our civil war. We're going to assemble the Regency Council first. We're going to grab that And ooh. Ooh. Ouch. Ouch! Okay, they have a really good artillery. They took... They took 3 of my divisions this time. They used to only take 1. What the hell is going on here? That's fucking shitty. Okay. Let's take you. And we'll take this, make a field marshal front line. Do that. Get rid of that. Get rid of this front line. Hello, thank you. And emergency factory conversion is tempting, but we don't even have the resources to support it. So I'm not gonna go for that. April. Alright. Ah, this is what I wanted earlier. Elizabethville. Don't be tempted by it. Don't be tempted by it. Okay. We are going to... We're gonna save this civil... war. And okay, let's go. They're not ready yet. Oh my god. Invalid political. Oh right, okay. Initiative. Coordination. We don't care about it right now. Election, Democratic parties in minority, fascism. Cool, alright. No logistics, we'll have to do one of these things. Alright. Everyone move, get into position, and let's do this. Sure. I'll take all your lend-lease. Okay, they've all... Interesting. Let's move.
Oui, chef. Paré. Prêt, chef. Attention. Prêt au départ. Aux ordres. Aux ordres. Prêt, chef.
Woo! Ouch. Okay.
Donnez vos ordres. Formez les rangs. Oui, chef.
They are certainly moving very fast here.
Attention. Attention.
Faster than usual, certainly.
Oui,
Ooh.
chef. Formez les rangs. Formez les rangs. Allez, on y va. Continuez d'avancer.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, they have 7. Where's the fucking 7th division? There's the fucking 7th division. Okay.
On se magne. Bougez-vous.
Netherlands. Too many messages.
Oui, chef. Bougez-vous. Vos ordres. Allez, on y va.
Assembled Regency Council. Oh dear lord.
Oui, chef. Oui, chef. Pas de pitié.
And of course, okay. Oh, perhaps. Netherlands is doing some work there,
Prêt, chef.
so perhaps.
Paré. Prêt au départ. Prêt au départ.
Ooh,
Oui,
nice.
chef.
Come on, get a move on. Okay, they haven't joined the faction yet. That's good.
Écoutez.
2 days. I got 4.
Prêt, chef.
Okay. Let's do extensive conscription. Let's do force the capitulation. Let's do we need to do a bunch of stuff. So 1, 2, 3. Let's do this one first. We'll take our industry back, certainly. Boom. We'll finish off that infrastructure, and then we'll start building once again. Mills! Mills. We don't need that. Okay. Let's decline the invitation to the Axis Civil War. Oh. One. Boom, boom. Alright. Now, I want to test something here really quickly. We can always go back on to save. If we hire this dude, will our doctrine cost go down? No. Okay. Okay. Load game. Load. Boom. I can't believe they're putting up a fight here. That's insane. That's amazing for us. That's great. That's great. All right. Da. Boom, boom. We got the maintenance. Let's get that. Y'all can go away. And I can't train any more divisions. Okay, let's do that one. Can I train any more now? No. Let's get rid of these. And let's start training. Whoops, wrong one. Even more. And as many more as we can. Alright. This happened. We're going to take the land. Confirm, exit. Same thing. We're just going to take the land. Confirm and exit. House of Agua Rosada. New. Boom. Boom. And boom. This is very unfortunate that we only have so many of them. Let's accept the Lend-Lease. Can't hurt. Excuse me. Alright. We have improved relations with the US. We're going to do this one. This one will be the last one before we get our guy in office. Then we're going to do this and this. And we're going to get the research slot. Then we're going to go over to the war in Europe. Now, Italy isn't doing that well. So, if Italy was doing very well, then I would immediately join in the war against them. However, they are not. So, we are going to do a little bit of time biding until we can come in and do the deed. Oh, I just got the political power thing, and I got this. It'll help us retain a lot of our factories here. And we get the German collaborator. he will have to do. That's great. We get our stuff, and we are able to improve worker conditions. And we even get a few more factories. Let's see. We're going to need a shit ton more support equipment here. And perhaps this focus is not the best one to do it with. Let's grab this one, and then we'll go for the research slots. We just lost the effects from rich cash crop farms, so this came in just in time. And now we have completed this one. So, what are we going to do with it? Well, we have... Damn it. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. We need to create an agency. We need spies. That's gonna take our production out of commission. Shoot.
Écoutez. Attention.
That's done.
Attention.
You guys... That...
Oui, chef.
You guys... That... And you guys... This entire region. Okay, let's see. We need steel and aluminum. Let's see, 3 aluminum and 3 aluminum. We'll do Stanleyville here because we've got it in the line here. Let's do it after Lusambo. And we'll do it that way. Okay. Important note. We will get free infrastructure with this focus. This one. It's one of the 75-day ones. You get free infrastructure. I forgot about that, and I built infrastructure. It's always in these 3 states: Lusambo, Customansville, and Elizabethville. I forgot. So don't build Elizabethville up or Lusambo up, and try to avoid building in Customansville until you have the 2nd level of infrastructure. That way you don't have to waste time building a level 1 infrastructure, a level 2 infrastructure at a level 20 speed when you could be going at a level 3 infrastructure at a level 40 speed. It takes a lot less time because infrastructure, the more infrastructure you have, the quicker stuff will build. That's what this is. Don't forget to join the Allies. If you don't join the Allies, then you're not going to be able to get access to this part of the focus tree. Just don't forget to do it. And we've gotten the German collaborator once again. He will have to do... Okay. Improve worker conditions. And then we are going to save the game. Because we didn't do that before. Mittelafrica formed. Mittelafrica. Okay. Switch that over. Do that. Grab another one of these. And do that instead. Take that down, actually. Oh, and we got command power. We're full up on command power. So we're going to promote one of these guys. And, ooh. Right, we've got a field marshal, don't we? Let's, oh, we don't have the command power. Alright. Alright, so Italy has lost in Africa. Well, Ethiopia, the Horn of Africa. They're losing here. They'll probably be pushed out of Libya here pretty soon. We're gonna be going at this alone. Certainly. But here's what I've done. I've gotten all the research slots. I'm going to go down here to this so that we get that experience gain, because that's going to be really important. We really need any sort of experience gain. We're also going to need the river crossing. And I think we're also going to need the population, certainly, but we're also going to need this before we go to the unlocks decisions to integrate states in Middle Africa. We're going to need that before we go and wage war. Also, we are getting this crap done really fast. We need the army XP in order to get this one. But other than that, we're doing really well here. All right. It is 1942. The Germans are invading the Soviet Union. We are going to leave the Allies faction. And we're going to go down here to get our war goals, hopefully. Actually... yeah... okay. This will be simpler. And cheaper. This will be 30 days. Everyone, I want you to train to that level. And ooh. Come on. Get out. Get out, train. I need you. We have... First of all, let's join the Axis. Wait. Not yet. I'm an idiot. Alright. Let's do little save. Join the war. Joining the war. All right. Oh. 59, not 69. All right. Okay, now we're at 69. Save game. Joining the war. Save. Boom. All right. Why are we at 69? Because what we can do is... oh, not join wars. Leave the Allies faction. Complete the focus. Gain the war goal. Go somewhere else. Let's do this. get our research speed back. And with all of that done, we can go join the Axis. Or, you know what, let's declare war. And then see if we can join the Axis. Yes, we can. Alright. Now, push on all fronts. They accepted our invitation. Let's go. Alright. So, Greater Hunger. Ooh, that's an interesting flag. Distractions. So, every time I try and press play now, the game crashes. Um, I probably should have gone back into a save, but I wanted to go and uh, join Germany's war against the Soviet Union so that Germany wouldn't be annexed and just overall capped. I didn't want the war to be over. I wanted to really go at it. You know, I wanted to go back and be a part of the Axis and not just an African nation. But that's not happening here. Like I said, every time I try and play the game, it crashes. But if our goal was to gain the maximum amount of cores, then we've basically succeeded. We could go for Angola, Mozambique, and there's Mali and the Ivory Coast, as well as Upper Volta, to go after. And then, of course, we could, go up here and then guard our coast. But we can't do that. The game crashes every time I try and play it. So I think we're gonna call it quits now. I'm fairly satisfied with everything that we have done. We the steel situation is insane. But we've become quite the powerhouse of Africa, and I'm very satisfied. Very satisfied with this. I would only wish that Germany wasn't such a pushover. It's March of 1944, and they're basically dead. Japan here, they're going at it, but this is I think this is the end of this episode. So have a nice day, everyone.